Satanic sin number 5, herd conformity. Okay? Why would herd conformity be a sin in Satanism? Well, you have to remember, Satanism is about the individual. The left-hand path, which is the tradition that Satanism embraces, the esoteric tradition that Satanism embraces, is about the individual. The reason herd conformity is a bad thing is because it leads people into self-deceit by deceiving themselves with the collective delusion of other people. One of the best things, in my one video where I point out, the first in this series, where I point out how Satanism is pantheistic and not atheistic, one of the things that LaVey points out, which is not miraculous, other people have pointed this out in the past too, when somebody worships God, their God. Now remember, Satanism believes in God too. God is nature. It's the balancing factor in nature in Satanism. Okay, but when one worships a God, whether that God is Yud-Ha-Viv-Ha, Yahweh, Jehovah, they're all the same God, Elohim, whatever, Jesus Christ, let me think here, Zeus, Allah, any of these deities, they're not really worshiping any real deity. They're worshiping the creation, the idea that was created by someone else, which is a collectively agreed upon belief that is not necessarily true, but it's agreed upon. And this is true not just with deities. You have to understand, Satanism is the accuser of all fallacies. All fallacies. Whether that fallacy be religious or political or societal, what have you. The whole concept of Satanism was to blast away all of the lies and to only accept truth. I think Satanism got way off topic. I do believe that there was one of the greater concepts was by a guy named Nicholas Schreck. He and Anton LaVey's daughter, Zena Schreck, who's originally Zena LaVey, of course, were members, created something called the Werewolf Order. Now, the Werewolf Order was a very good idea. Now, eventually Schreck and Zena, they became Tibetan Buddhists, and I can't say as though I agree with this Buddhist kookiness and this mystical, magical mumbo-jumbo, but what I did like about Schreck's outlook was it embraced a National Socialism. It embraced a Western European archetypical form, and furthermore, it embraced more thoroughly Ragnar Redbeard's ideas from Might is Right, but it also separated humanity into two types of people, sheep and wolves, metaphorically speaking, of course. Now, the reason that's important to understand is, now I personally am not a Satanist, but certain people, especially those that adhere to the left-hand path, should understand that they are unlike the rest of humanity. They are the wolves and the rest are the sheep. Wolves are individualistic. Wolves adhere strictly to leadership. Wolves adhere strictly to order, whereas sheep go along with the herd. Now that's very important to understand because all religions, again, besides scientific pantheism, which allows you to accept reality on reality's terms, atheism, now mind you, I do want to point this out, atheism, especially this new brew atheism with Richard Dawkins as prophet and all these Pastafarians and whatnot, that is herd conformity also. It is Christianity in a new dressing, and that is all it is. So keep that in mind. These people that want to say they're liberated because they don't believe in God, oh, they believe in a God. It's just a different God. It's the God of social justice. It's the God of self-deceit. Self-deceit is self-deceit no matter what form it takes, whether that form is Satanism or atheism or Christianity or Buddhism or anything else. No matter what you call it, self-deceit is always self-deceit, and herd conformity allows you to deceive yourself.